Welcome to the final segment of AI News today. I will say there's not going to be any tomorrow. I'm having a day off. Don't at me. Leave me alone. And this is a really interesting story to leave today on. Meta open sources multisensory AI model that combines 6 types of data. Let's dive into this. The new image bind model combines text, audio, visual, movement, thermal and depth data. It's only a research project but shows how future AI models could be able to generate multi-sensory content. So Meta has announced a new open source AI model that links together multiple streams of data, including text, audio, visual data, temperature and movement readings. The model is only a research project at this point with no immediate consumer or practical applications, but it points to a future of generative AI systems that can create immersive multisensory experiences and show that Meta continues to share AI research at a time when rivals like OpenAI and Google have become increasingly secretive. The core concept of the research is linking together multiple types of data into a single multidimensional index or embedding space, to use AI parlance. This idea may seem a little abstract, but it's the same concept that underpins the recent boom in generative AI. For example, AI image generators like DALL-E, Stable Diffusion and Midjourney all rely on systems that link together text and images during the training stage. They look for patterns in visual data while connecting that information to descriptions of the images. That's what then enables these systems to generate pictures that follow users' text inputs. The same is true of many AI tools that generate video or audio in the same way. Meta says that its model ImageBind is the first to combine 6 types of data into a single embedding space. The 6 types of data included in the model, we've already mentioned all of those multiple times. And most intriguing of all, movement readings generated by an inertial measuring unit, or IMU. IMUs are found in phones and smartwatches, where they're used for a range of tasks, from switching a phone from landscape to portrait to distinguishing between different types of physical activity. Okay, well, this is kind of what it looks like. So, the train horn makes a train image and video, then there's some depth, then some text. You have you mix an image of a pigeon with audio of a motor revving, makes an image of, I thought it was a pigeon riding a moped, but it's not, it's just, okay. Then audio to image, penguin calls, makes some penguins. Very nice. I do like a penguin. So the idea is that future AI systems will be able to cross-reference this data in the same way that current AI systems do for text inputs. Imagine, for example, a futuristic virtual reality device that not only generates audio and visual input, but also your environment and movement on a physical stage. You might ask it to emulate a long sea voyage. Out of all of it. And it would not only place you on a ship with the noise of the waves in the background, but also the rocking of the deck under your feet and the cool breeze of the ocean air. So essentially this is the first step to all of us getting lost in the metaverse and never coming out ever again. In a blog post, Meta notes that other stream of sensory input data In a blog post, Meta notes that other stream of sensory input could be added to future models, including touch, speech, smell and brain fMRI signals. I don't know what they are. It also claims the research brings machines one step closer to humans. One step closer to humans' ability, humans' ability to learn simultaneously, holistically and directly from many different forms of information, which whatever depends how small whatever. Right, this is all very speculative, of course, and it's likely that the immediate applications of research like this will be much more limited. For example, last year, Meta demonstrated an AI model that generates short and blurred videos from text descriptions, Work like ImageBind shows how future versions of the system could incorporate other streams of data, generating audio to match video output, for example. For industry watchers, though, the research is also interesting as Meta is open sourcing the underlying model, an increasingly scrutinised practice in the AI world. Those opposed to open sources like OpenAI say the practice is harmful to creators because rivals can copy their work, and that it could be potentially dangerous, allowing malicious actors to take advantage of state-of-the-art AI models. Advocates respond that open sourcing allows third parties to scrutinise the system for faults and ameliorate some of their failings. They notice it may even provide a commercial benefit, as it essentially allows companies to recruit third-party developers as unpaid workers to improve their work. Yeah. Meta has so far been firmly in the open source camp, though not without difficulties. Its latest language model, LaMDA, leaked online earlier this year, for example. In many ways... Oh, no, sorry, it's not LaMDA, it's LLAM. I was going to say, because LaMDA's the Google one. So its latest language model, LLAMA, we need better names for these, leaked online earlier this year, for example. In many ways, its lack of commercial achievement in AI, the company has no chatbot to rival Bing, Bard or ChatGPT, has enabled this approach. And for the meantime, with ImageBind, it's continuing with this strategy. So essentially, the possible applications of this is being able to create really lifelike virtual worlds that you can go into. I mean, there's loads of other applications. One that was mentioned in it was being able to take video without audio and then matching up audio. That'd be really cool as well. But being able to type in, I want to go on a long sea voyage, whatever, you're a loser if that's the one that you choose, but I want to go on a long sea voyage, and it like puts you on a boat with smell and sound and the rocking of the boat. That is pretty cool to be able to do that. But that is the first step on a pretty slippery slope, or a slippery deck on a boat. But a slippery slope towards essentially just people creating their own universes where they want to live, and they are the king of everything, or queen. And yeah, so I don't... we could look back at this in many years' time and be like, wow, that was the beginning of the end of humanity. Who knows? What a nice thought to leave us on. Let me know in the comments. Do you think this is the beginning of the end of humanity? Or do you think it's going to be something that's going to be really cool and we're just going to play with it and we won't get sucked into the all-encompassing, ever-growing metaverse? I'll see you next time.